Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. It is called By All Means. We'll get to why it's called By All Means some other day. Today, it's all about, hopefully it's not too windy out here, it's all about Wicked, the Broadway tour, which is coming to Grand Rapids May 15th through June 2nd of 2024. Today is load-in day. It's a Tuesday. It'll open the production tomorrow on a Wednesday. I'm coming out on Thursday night to see the show. And then I think my wife and I have tickets. Yes, we do. We have season tickets. We're season subscribers to Broadway Grand Rapids. We'll be out here on Sunday. And then guess what? She's coming for her birthday with girlfriends on May 28th. So the lovely Pam will get to see Wicked 3 times when it comes to Grand Rapids. I'll get to see it twice, so I'm not complaining. But this is an incredible show. If you have never seen Wicked, we actually have some interviews coming up here in a few minutes with some of the people behind the scenes. We have a stage manager, a production manager, and also Broadway Grand Rapids CEO. And they'll kind of give us some reasons why they love this show. I hope you stick around for this podcast as we take you behind the scenes and indoors at DeVos Performance Hall about everything happening to see Wicked this year at Broadway Grand Rapids. Of course, more information at BroadwayGrandRapids.com. You can see on the banners behind me, BroadwayGrandRapids.com, May 15th through June 2nd. And let's take you inside to watch them build the stage for Wicked coming to Grand Rapids. All right, Steve, how are you doing today?
We're happy to be in Grand Rapids. It's so nice to be back here, especially in the spring. I was walking around last night across the river. It's terrific.
Isn't this a beautiful city?
It's a beautiful city, and it's growing so fast.
Well, I'm sure you say that wherever you go, right?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But I love this city. I always have since the first. I was here in 2002 with Les Miserables.
Oh, yeah.
And I just loved being here. So I travel with the show, so I'm with them 365. So I travel and I stay here, so I'll be here for the entire 3-week run.
I would imagine that's important because you need to keep track of like things that might come up during the show run, correct?
Yeah, I handle the daily operations of the show, the box office. We also deal with travel and accommodation and kind of the day-to-day operations of the show.
If there's weather coming through, right? If there's being delayed for some
No
reason.
Tornadoes, please. The irony is not lost on us. We don't need that.
Oh my goodness.
We've had that. We don't need that.
Yeah, I bet, right? So Wicked, I think people that are coming to this production here in Grand Rapids have either seen it before, are familiar with it, because it's one of those shows, once you see it the first time, you're hooked.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a familiarity to it with The Wizard of Oz and just kind of our take on the story, because it's just slightly different and kind of tells you what happened before Dorothy dropped in, we like to say, and, you know, kind of explore, is she really wicked and is she really good? That sort of, you know, it's really fun. And the music is terrific. And of course, the costumes and the set, as you can see being assembled behind me,
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a village to get this thing put up. So it's fast.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I actually heard the noise going on. So if you turn around right now, what is going on? Can you turn around? And just,
Yeah, so what you're seeing, basically, we're doing what we call the deck show. So our deck is being installed right now, and then a lot of the scenery that is going up into the fly space, lights, curtains, that sort of stuff. So we'll put the deck down right now, and then we'll start focusing lights. And then tomorrow we'll add wardrobe, hair, makeup, an orchestra, and a cast, and we'll have a show tomorrow night by 7:30.
does the dragon have a name?
Dragon has a name.
Okay.
His name is Oswald. It's just an internal name. He's not relevant to the show, but it's a little backstage thing that we call it.
Awesome, awesome. How many people does it take? I mean, you're traveling with the crew and you're doing local crew as well, right?
Right. We travel with 65 people, and then we pick up another 28 during the run of the show. Right now, there's probably 60 local crew members helping us assemble the show. And then, again, when we finish and load out on the 2nd, it'll be another, 70, 80 people to help us get out.
All right, so I have to ask you, as company manager, how much do you know about the movie?
The new movie that's
Yes.
coming out? Well, I was telling people that the full trailer drops tomorrow.
Okay.
I know a couple things, but I'm sworn to secrecy, so I can't say anything. I can tell you, Mr. Schwartz has written a couple new songs, so there will be that, and the movie is in 2 parts, so as we say, see the whole thing now. See how it ends now. No, it'll be great. I mean, the trailers we've seen and the information we've gotten is really terrific. It's going to be a really fun fall for us.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, so this show, it's been on the road for many years now, right?
The show has been touring for 18 years.
Year-round.
We've been nonstop since 2005. Like 50. Well, there was a little 2-year blip, but other than that, we've been touring nonstop since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
And over those years, have you noticed any trends? I mean, are the young audience getting younger? Are they getting older? Are they just all repeats? Or are they newcomers?
It's a mixture of everything that you're talking about. And a lot of what I'm seeing now, because I'm doing it myself, my nieces and nephews saw the show 15, 16 years ago, and now they're bringing their kids to the show, which is amazing. So you have a whole new generation of people coming to watch Wicked, which is really terrific.
Well, I hate to ask you this question
Yeah.
because, you know, everyone assumes that we know what Wicked is all about. Can you just, in a quick snapshot, tell us if they've never heard of Wicked, or at least maybe have heard of it but don't know anything about it, what can they expect?
They can expect to be transported to a magical place for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Leave your troubles behind and come enjoy our story. It's a different take on The Wizard of Oz, and it's a very magical place that you need to come check out.
And the characters?
Well, the characters are very familiar. We've got the Wicked Witch of the West, and we've got Glinda the Good, but we kind of explore whether they're wicked and good. So, I mean, it's an interesting take.
Yeah, it really is. And it answers a lot of questions, or at least, I guess, puts in your head how things may have developed in The Wizard of Oz, right?
Absolutely. Our director says if you took the camera from The Wizard of Oz and moved it 5 feet to the left or right, that's our story.
I love it. That's a great way to great way to describe it. Hey, real quick, what's your theater background? I'm just curious.
I have my undergraduate at the University of Iowa in communication studies, and I have my master's in arts administration from American University in DC.
Do you remember your first show?
My very first show I saw was in high school. I saw a high school production of West Side Story. My very first Broadway show was the original Company of Dreamgirls in 1982.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That had to be something else.
It was that moment I went, I need to work in this industry. I did. At intermission, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. Whether I was an usher or whatever. Everyone's important. I'm like, I've got to do this. So here I am.
Awesome. Hey, one last thing, Steve. We really appreciate your time. I love to give viewers, people that are going to be attending, the show, a little behind-the-scenes secret. So is there a moment on stage, anytime during the production, that the common person will miss it, but something you kind of go like, oh, make sure you watch for this or that?
It's not that you want to watch for something in particular. What I always do is, obviously you're paying attention to the Wicked Witch and Glinda the Good, but try to pick out an ensemble member and follow them through the show, because they play a variety of different characters and dancers and monkeys. So keep an eye on one particular person. That kind of helps you kind of immerse yourself into the story a little bit more. I mean, the other thing is the design of this show is so spectacular. At some point, you're going to really have to remember The Wizard of Oz, and kind of, I don't want to give away secrets, so.
You won't give away secrets. Thank you so much for
You're
your
welcome.
time. Enjoy your time in Grand Rapids.
Thanks.
And we'll see you the next time.
Absolutely.
All right, Evan, we're here with the stage and production manager for Wicked, right?
Production stage manager.
Production stage manager. Let's get the title right. First things first. Tell me about that Steve guy I just talked about. I mean, give me some dirt on him.
Oh, I wish I had some real dirt on him, but no, he's great. We make a good team, I think.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun to talk to, and I learned a lot about the show and a little bit about the history, what people can expect.
He's way more fun than I am.
No, we're going to have fun together, okay? We're going to have fun together. Tell me real quick, I asked him about his background and his first theater show and how he got hooked into this whole thing. Give me some of your background before we get into more specifics about Wicked.
Yeah, I started going to the theater as a kid, and I just loved it and went, that's what I want to do. And I've been fortunate enough to have a pretty great career. Shows like Phantom of the Opera and Les Miserables, and so it just sort of kept going between the road and Broadway. I've kept myself busy for years, and then years in London. So.
Oh, really? You spent some time there too?
Yeah, I lived in London for about 9 years.
Wow. What was that like?
I loved it. It was great. It was great.
Now you get to live life
It's
on the
not
road.
Grand Rapids,
Right.
but it's pretty great.
You've been to Grand Rapids before too, right?
Actually, I've not. This is my first time in Grand Rapids.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your first impressions?
Really nice. I like this town.
Cool.
No, there's a lot of life downtown. I kind of didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, there definitely is. It's a great town. I've lived here since 1990, so it's been home for me for a while. So, do you remember your first show?
My first show I ever
Broadway show. Did you attend?
that I attended, Godspell.
Godspell.
Yeah, I saw Godspell.
What do you remember from that?
I remember just being completely in love with it. So yeah.
This is it, right?
And here I am again on a Stephen Schwartz show.
That's great. Well, there's a lot going on. You probably have some more details about what's happening right now. So if you turn around real quick, where are we at in the stage build?
Well, we're actually really doing great. The deck is coming in and it's going pretty quick. That center section that you can kind of see is where all of our automation sort of lives, so they're working on that. Our proscenium sound towers are in, which is really good for me because it means that soon I get to start focusing. The air show is up, so we're doing really well here. We're on good schedule.
When you say the deck is in, what do you mean by that?
So the deck is these floor pieces that are coming in. It's our stage that sits on top of the theater stage.
So you have the theater stage, then the deck is your stage.
It's our stage, correct.
How big is that?
It's big.
Wow, I love it, man. There's a lot of technical aspects of the show. You know?
Yeah, well, it's everything that you see going in, and it goes all the way up to the back wall, basically.
What are some of the most challenging things about a build-in day like today?
Probably more than anything, it's that all the departments are trying to work at the same time. So you've got lighting, which needs space. The air show, all the flying pieces and all of that has to come in and go first. There are. You can see the tops of some of them hanging down. So yeah, just it's lots of pieces and a lot about how we maneuver around each other.
Now, do you have a name for the dragon as well, or did Steve just make that up?
He didn't make that up. The truth is, there's two dragons.
Really?
They hopscotch cities. So Oswald is one of the dragons, and there is no way to differentiate which one is which, but we have Oswald and Norbert.
Norbert.
So one of them, this could be Norbert. You were told Oswald, it could be Norbert.
So this show has many elements to it, multi-dimensional. It takes you places, right? So what are the technical aspects of making all the technology work? Because when you come, you're transported to a different place.
Absolutely. A lot of it is about how the different aspects, from the set to the props to the lighting all combine.
Yeah.
But as we're coming in, there's just sort of a science to it, because we have flying monkeys and things like that. There are so many different aspects that it takes that have to get in and get put in safely.
How many monkeys will we see fly this week or during the show run?
Flying? Well, you'll see a lot of monkeys.
Yes, you do.
You'll see two that are really flying, and then a few others who are
learning
up there. I don't want to give anything away. We have flying monkeys and flying witches, and it's a big show. It's a really big show.
What's the one thing that, kind of inside baseball here, what's the one thing that you always have to kind of go back and make sure that things are working correctly with this show from a production standpoint? Is it the flying apparatuses?
No, again, there are ways that we can test them. We test everything for safety before we put people on things. So it is, everybody kind of knows their job, and we make sure that all the different departments get enough time to go through and double check all the things that they need. So that's kind of just built into the load in.
Built in, awesome. All right, I asked this question earlier, what can people expect from the show? Just to kind of summarize those, for those that maybe have never seen this show, and this is going to be their first time in Grand Rapids.
Well, you'll see an amazing show with an amazing score. The cast is really solid right now and is fresh and new, which is exciting because it's all new principals, recently new. It's a great spectacle. So you kind of get the real Broadway experience. Our producers are really great, and they've made the choice that on the road you're going to see as close to seeing the show in New York as you can. So they don't skimp back or cut anything back. So it's an amazing theatrical experience with a great score and great songs, and
you'll have a good time.
You'll have a good time for sure.
All right, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Megan, I just saw you there talking to Shelley Irwin.
Yes, so fun.
She asked you for all the details. That's what I was going to ask you for. So
Okay, well,
let's run through it.
Let's run through it. Wicked opens tomorrow for 3 weeks here in Grand Rapids. We have 24 performances. We love when a show sits here in town for a few weeks. It just gives so many people the opportunity to come in and check it out. We're expecting close to 55,000 people, so that's pretty amazing. Everyone loves Wicked. It's a story that's been out for a long time. Of course, the movie's coming out, but it's themes of friendship and belonging. It just really is a show that, you can see over and over. So we're really excited to have it here.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, too, to get a chance to see build and day, right? I mean, look at this. This is just amazing.
I know.
Everything going on, the things you can see.
Yeah, we were just mentioning, and maybe the company manager told you there's 13 trailers of costumes and set pieces. They lay their own floor, all of the backdrops that are hung, and special effects. You see the dragon up above. So it's really, really incredible and a great opportunity for you to see sort of what goes into putting together a Broadway show. I mean, you see the magic when you come in as a patron unfold and the music, and you're here to be entertained. But we love an opportunity to show all of the hands at work, what it takes to make this come to life.
So tell me what you love the most about Wicked, because I know you've seen it a few times.
I've seen it so many times. Honestly, I think the messages of Wicked about belonging and being accepted for who you are, that's what really resonates with me. It's funny, a lot of people, the music is incredible. There's a lot of fun and laughter. You get a lot of comedic moments in the show, but it's this kind of those serious moments that actually resonate deeply with me about being accepted for who you are. And I love sort of Elphaba's messages. Is it society that makes people feel a certain way, or are you born, into certain circumstances? And I just like going deep into that message, and I think that you can leave after seeing Wicked thinking about that and moving forward sort of in reflecting on how you treat others and how you accept others who may not have the same circumstances as you. So that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, I would agree. So tell us, where can people get more information about the show?
We still have tickets left. I mean, it's pretty well sold, but I will tell you that there are still some seats left for every performance. Go to BroadwayGrandRapids.com. And I want to mention that we do have a student educator rush ticket for $40. You can go to the box office 1 hour before curtain and try your luck. That's obviously only subject to availability, so you may get here and potentially it could be sold out, but we do still have some seats, particularly the third week. So if you're looking to get tickets, head on down to DeVos Performance Hall 1 hour before if you're a student or educator, and you can get in last minute and see this great show.
All right, Megan, thank you so much.
Thank you.